Jonathan is suffering so much because he decided to listen to Dan instead of listening to his friend that is giving him good advice. No wonder Jonathan has not told the wife the situation of things, simply because Dan must have fed him with negative advice that if he allows the wife to go out there and work, the wife will start disrespecting him eventually when she start making money. And that is what Jonathan is so scared of, the humiliation and the shame of telling the family that, oh, he lost his job 3 months ago and that he is doing linear jobs just to put food on their table. But nothing is ever going to change if Jonathan still keeps it a secret from the wife. They will keep feeling that Jonathan does not want to take care of the family anymore, or perhaps he has another family that he's taking care of. And the wife, on the other hand, is not making it easy for Joe. I mean, this house has become a war zone, slapping each other, arguing every single time. This whole thing will end up destroying this marriage. If Jonathan comes back home after working so hard and needs someone to talk to or a shoulder to cry on, he rather comes back to a house of fire because the wife is always at home ready for him at every time. If Jonathan wants a peaceful life, he should better tell the wife what is going on so that the wife can also understand, because any marriage without proper communication ends up in disaster, which is exactly what is happening to this family right now. After what happened on the last episode, Flora had to visit Jonathan's wife. But there is one thing that Flora keeps telling Jonathan's wife, that what she is doing right now is rather sending the husband away. That you need to understand that this man passed through a lot out there to put food on your table, and that the man is trying, instead of the wife to keep on nagging and complaining that the husband is not doing the right thing or not, that she should rather be grateful that the man is taking care of the family. Jonathan's wife keeps on insisting that she wanted to work, but the husband told her to stay at home as an housewife. And now he's beginning to nag every single time. Providing food for the family is a problem. But she needs to understand that this man in question has not been acting like this. I think this is where this woman is not even being sensitive at all. The man you married is somebody that gives. The man you married provides for this family. In fact, he was still the same man that told you that it is not in his house that his family will eat remnant or leftover food. But right now, he does not have money and he's beginning to nag. You should understand that things have actually changed. So what you need to do is to dig in deep to find out what exactly is happening to your husband. But according to her, she is ready to work, and that if the husband does not want to provide for the family, she will definitely go out there. But I'm so glad that Flora is telling her the truth. She should at least accord the man some slack, because he is passing through a lot. But the obvious thing that is happening right now is the fact that the wife does not even know what is going on. Maybe that is why the woman, on the other hand, is not even, cutting the man any form of slack, because if she knew what is the man is passing through at this moment, she won't be behaving the way she's behaving. Because right now, she is still having it in mind that the husband is working in a company and he's receiving his first salary, yet he's refusing to put food on their table, and he's nagging at every slight opportunity that he has. In fact, I love the fact that Flora keeps on telling her that you need to, tell your husband, thank you for taking care of us. You need to worship your husband, and in fact, to worship him because he has actually taken care of you. A lot of men out there actually run away from their responsibility, but he decided to shoulder everything, take care of you and your daughter and everything, and just want you to relax. What you need to do is to thank him. But on the other hand, she is insisting that she wants to bring something to the table, which is one of the good things that she has actually done. A good woman will not sit back and watch the man suffer alone. At least she will have to support. If this woman was eventually working, now that things are hard for them in this family, she would have been supporting the husband. But the husband, on the other hand, is scared of letting the wife to go out there because he know what bosses are fond of doing with their staffs. But I'm glad that she has decided to take a stand. Maybe she could wake up one day and decide to look for a job to support the husband. But from the look of things, Flora is trying to get more information from her, which she's refusing to give to her as a friend. Now, this is the sad part of this whole thing. The fact that Jonathan has to go out there and carry blocks, carry cement, sand, serve people just to be able to raise money to feed his family. In fact, he doesn't even eat food during the day because he wants to be able to gather enough money to give to the wife so that she can be able to cook food for the family to eat. I mean, Jonathan really loves his family and is willing to sacrifice everything for the family. But the one thing that he's doing wrong is not telling the wife what is going on. Now, this is happening because Dan is here feeding him with bad, advice. How can you tell this young man that if he allows the wife to work, the wife will start insulting him? I don't think that every woman behaves like that, right? This woman would have actually supported this man instead of him to listen to this other friend that is telling him to go and tell the wife what is going on. You lost your job 3 months ago and you are refusing to tell your wife because you are ashamed. And now you are over here carrying cement. And when you get to the house, your wife will be thinking that you are still working in the company and that you are taking your first salary. Yet you are refusing to take up your responsibility. That is not a good thing to do. So instead of listening to Dan, the best thing to do is to take action that will result to, easing the whole thing, the stress on you, because this whole thing will continue to bounce on you. In life, we are always faced with two people, two friends, or people that are always there to give us the good advice and the bad advice. The options remains with us to choose whether or not we listen to the good advice or we go with the bad advice. And from the look of things, Jonathan has decided to pick the part of Dan, which is refusing to tell the wife that he has lost his job. What is Dan's, reason for saying this? According to him, the wife, once she has money, she will no longer respect him. In fact, she will start bringing men to be sleeping with in his own matrimonial bed, and that the man will not have a say in the house anymore. Those are the things that you are feeding this young man with, and that is the why he keeps on making the wrong choices. Every marriage without communication is always heading to disaster. So what do you want to do, Mr. Jonathan? The best thing to do is to go back home and tell your family, what is going on, so that at least there will be peace. Because if your wife finds out, she will be able to economize and listen to you as well. Now Jonathan got back home and he was feeling a lot of pains in his body because what he's doing is a serious job. It is so hard for him to go out there every day working without food. And when he got back home, the wife came and met him. I asked you to send me money so I can go get groceries. Let me get things, foodstuffs in this house. But he refused to send me money. But then Jonathan gave everything that he has. The 10,000 naira he was able to make in the job, he sent to the wife. But the wife asked him, what do you want me to get with 10,000 naira? Now, there is a standard that this family has been living over time. And now the wife is not aware of anything that is going on. The new development that there is no more money so that she can be able to cut costs in whatever she is doing at home. And then Jonathan immediately started, I don't have any money. I can't do more than myself. In fact, I've given you the one I know I know I can give you. And the wife was still insisting that you have to send me money so I can buy food stuff. You cannot starve me and my child in this house. You said I should not work. You refuse me going out there to get a job. So you are going to provide food for this house. And when Jonathan stood up to leave, the wife, held him back. He said, you must send me money. And Jonathan immediately, because of all the frustration and everything that is going on in his life, he decided to slap the wife. And the wife could not handle it. She slapped the husband too. Now, this is this family tearing apart gradually, because the moment the wife and the husband are beginning to raise hand on each other, it is heading to no good. And then the wife told him to his face, I can allow you to treat me anyhow you want to treat me, but I will never let you, raise your hands at me. The next time you try this, I'm going to do something that you will live to regret. What I see here is a woman that is not ready to take any form of assault from the husband. This man is going through a lot of frustration, but the wife cannot watch him, use her as a punching bag because of what they are passing through. Why don't you tell your wife what you are going through so that she can reason with you? But we will get to find out if you eventually tell the wife or still decide to keep it as a secret. Please like the video if you are not like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. I'll bring the next episode as soon as it drop. But for now, take care.